We're here for case number 8104, the City of Mango Park versus Monique Harris. I know that I do not have a representative from the city here. Ms. Harris, you received what's this, a parking ticket?
Yes, sir.
Oh, two tickets, parking ticket and a broken taillight.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're asking for, hold on, make sure I'm reading this right. Why are you here?
I'm asking for an extension for payment, Your Honor.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, you want an extension to pay the citations.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm open for suggestions. How do you want to do this?
Well, Your Honor, first of all, I ask you to forgive me for the attire that I'm in. I'm just getting off of work. I did a double last night. And right now,
Did you just apologize for coming to my courtroom for wearing scrubs?
Yes, sir.
It's a work outfit.
I know, but I just wanted to be respectful in the court.
You are more than you are. Don't worry about that. You are definitely more than presentable. I've had people in this courtroom, in a bikini, so I'm not making that up. That's actually happened in this courtroom. But please don't worry about that. Please, what's the story here with these citations? How do you want to resolve this issue? I'm open for suggestions.
I was wondering if I can get an extension on the payment because as of right now.
Well, why did you park? Why would you park and then let the meter expire? You know better than that.
So what happened was, Your Honor, on my way home, I had my two sons in the back, and my younger son, I can see that he was getting ready to have an asthma flare-up.
Okay.
So I called the pharmacy because I thought I had an inhaler in my purse. However, the inhaler was empty. So I called the pharmacy so the pharmacy can have an inhaler ready for me when I got there.
Okay.
They told me it will be ready within 30 minutes. I was maybe 20 minutes out at best. So then when I got to the pharmacy, the parking lot was filled. They had a handicap and they had a baby parking. The baby parking, there was someone parked in there. I didn't want to park in the handicap, of course, because I'm not handicapped. So I parked at a meter and I ran inside. When I ran inside, as we was dealing with the pharmacy, there was an issue with my insurance, which delayed it because my insurance was switched over, which delayed it.
Okay.
It delayed it for a long time. So by the time I was finished getting the inhaler to go back outside, there was already a cop who was giving me a ticket for the expired meter.
Okay.
When he was giving me a ticket for the expired meter, I can also hear him calling for a tow truck to tow my car with my two sons in my car. Then he says to me that...
I'm sorry. Run that by me again?
Yes, sir.
You were standing there.
Yes, sir.
And okay, prior to you even seeing the officer, your children, how old are these two children?
My younger son is 8,
okay,
and my older son is 14.
14. I'm just curious, which one was having
the younger son?
The younger
Kyle.
one was having the asthma issue?
Yes.
So I'm sorry, did you say they were two boys? Did I hear
two
that
boys.
Right? Okay. So the two boys are sitting in the vehicle.
Yes, sir.
There's an officer writing a citation for the expired meter.
Yes, sir.
And when you come out, you overhear the officer requesting a tow truck.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. I'm just curious, what time was this?
This was 10:30, approximately 10:30 in the morning.
10:30 in the morning? Okay. 8 and 14. Was it like a school holiday, or was this a weekend when this happened?
It was a weekend.
Okay. Please continue.
So as he's calling the tow truck, he is also, I don't want to say being a little belligerent, but he was a little belligerent because he was telling me that my tail light was broken. I was
Okay.
unaware that my tail light is broken because typically when I park my car, I'm parking it, in the front way, and I'm going back to my car in the front. I didn't even know my tail light was broken. Um, at that moment, my mind was only on my son, to get the inhaler to my son. I wasn't really even
The
paying
case
attention to
turns
what
human.
officer was
A parent
saying.
says her child needed an inhaler, yet a tow was being
I was
called
trying to get to the car
legally.
to actually
Was
get the
strict
inhaler. So I
enforcement
think
the
he got
only
a little
reasonable
upset or
response?
angry. I'm not sure what. It was just a lot, Your Honor. It was just a lot at that moment.
Mm-hmm. And you're here because you want to satisfy the fines of the citations, correct?
Yes. So for the ticket for the tail light, I went and had that fixed, and I paid for that. I emailed the court already. And for as far as the extension for the ticket, it's just me, Your Honor. It's just me and
But
my two sons.
you didn't tell me how do you want to resolve the citation for the expired meter? You want it in a few months, few days, few weeks? What are we talking about?
I would prefer,
I'm open to your suggestion.
I would prefer a few months, Your Honor.
Okay,
Because,
a few months.
like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Let me ask you this one other question.
Yes, sir.
When this incident with the officer approaching you after you came out, you saw him writing the citation and making the request for a tow, did you explain to the officer the circumstances?
I did. I did
Okay.
explain it, but he was concerned about the fact that I was parked at an expired meter and the fact that my tail light was broken.
Okay. Were you able to get the inhaler?
Yes, I was able to get the inhaler.
Did they give you a receipt?
Yes, I emailed that already.
The receipt is timestamped, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm assuming that the time of the receipt course is you have a time here. You have a time that you put in the request for the meter, or you pay for the meter, rather.
Yes.
How long from the time you got to the pharmacy to the time you met the officer? How much time lapsed there, give or take? Because I know you said you had an issue with the insurance company.
Right. I would say give or take maybe 15 minutes at best.
Okay.
From the time I went into the pharmacy, the conversation, the insurance, came back outside, maybe 15 minutes at best.
All right. Here's where my concern lies. As a parent myself, I understand that we have obligations to our children, and I do not know about having a child with asthma. I do not know about the emergency that can occur from asthma. I know that if your child needs an inhaler, like right now, you get that inhaler right now, and you thought that you had one that was readily available. You didn't have it. You made the call to the pharmacy. They said, yeah, come on down. We'll get you right. But you had your insurance issues that you had to deal with, but you got the inhaler for your child. Did you show the officer this inhaler?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you show the officer the receipt?
I did.
And what did the officer say?
Your Honor, he wasn't concerned.
He was concerned about writing that ticket and towing that car.
Yes, sir.
And see, here is where my problem is with a lot of police officers. You see, there's this thing called empathy. There's this thing called sympathy. And to be a really...
Judge Porter makes a powerful point. Police enforce laws, but discretion matters. Does empathy belong in policing when an emergency explains a technical violation?
To the situations that people may find themselves in, and that may not be, and it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's out there trying to get over. Sometimes people run into barriers, and sometimes they run afoul of the law, not intentionally in your case. And when you don't show the empathy for a person who's getting ready to go through something, because let's be honest, if you don't get that inhaler, your child could be be in respiratory arrest at Mango General. Am I correct in saying that? I'm not a medical expert, but would I be correct in saying
Your
that?
Honor.
And you're trying to save your child from that incident, and you have an officer who's like, not my problem. You should have paid your meter or put more money into the meter to avoid the situation. And what I don't understand is if you have a timestamp receipt, and the because if I'm not mistaken, they when they check the meters, they can check what time you put it in, what time it expires. They can see where there's not so much a discrepancy, but they can see, okay, there is a window there. They say, hey, you weren't there for like 2 hours. You were there for like 15 minutes. And then the other part that irritates me is to say, I'm going to tow the car. And
The judge questions why a tow was necessary after the ticket. A parking violation can justify a citation, but was extra punishment fair here?
Over the meter. To me, that's insane. To me, that is not the qualifications that we should have in our law enforcement officials. We should be, and I'm speaking as we because although I'm a judge, I'm an officer of the court. I served as a police officer with Mango Park Police Department. I know what it means to come across somebody who may be going through something. And when I sit there and I listen to stories like this, it irritates me and it bothers my soul because it's like you want to punish people, and the job of the police officer is to help people, even if you see that even if they've broken the law. It's like, man, do you understand why they did what they did? Because if you don't care about that, and the only thing you care about is getting your statistics up, getting your quotas up, making sure you get that paycheck on time, then what are you doing out here? You're not a servant to the people. You become a servant to yourself. And that is not the quality that police officers or any law enforcement officer should have. I am sorry that you went through this.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? You didn't tell me how you want to resolve this issue, so I'm going to resolve it for you. As far as the citation with the broken tail light, yes, you did fix that. You did it within a reasonable amount of time. So the citation, fine for that. We're going to throw that out. The citation for the parking meter, we're going to throw that out. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
I don't think that you should be punished because you're trying to bring medical care to your children. That's insane to me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The city's thing for finding you, I'm going to dismiss all that. Do you have any questions or concerns?
No, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Okay, go home and get some rest.
I will. Thank you.
All right? The city's case is dismissed.
I'm so grateful for Judge.
The mother calls the dismissal a blessing for her family. Viewers may feel relief, but does this case show why context and compassion matter in court?
I would have had. So for him to dismiss the case is such a blessing to me and my children. And I thank him for his thoughtfulness regarding this.